dark because I'm outside. I walked over to the neighbor's to feed his dog since he's off on vacation. I borrowed Brittany's slip-on moon shoes, but they're too tight. They're hurting my feet, so I'm walking barefoot, carrying them in my hands. I ate too much today, y'all. Took some half and half and Cherry Garcia ice cream and made a milkshake with it. I ate sweet potato fries with hot sauce and mustard. Fried chicken tenders dipped in fresh ranch, made with buttermilk and mayonnaise in the ranch seasoning packet. My mama makes it at her restaurant. It's really good. It's been raining pretty good. And I'm walking across this wet clay and sand, and then these puddles and everything. Uh-oh. The police are, let me flip this around. Live, the police are, what do these people do that the police are pulling them over for? They weren't speeding. Did they run the red light stop sign? They pulled her out without stopping? I don't know. They did something. They didn't get me for walking in a puddle. Anyway, we live here in Advance, Georgia. And you know them sons of bitches don't like being recorded. They might get violent. Especially when it's like after 10 p.m. So it's better just go and get inside the house. You know, if that person is in a hurry, they're probably going to wait half an hour or so to waste some more of his time on his dime and tax paid money. But if he did run that stop sign, that's good, I guess. Because the last three that run it when they were sitting there talking, they didn't notice. So, you know, you don't want to pay somebody that don't do nothing. So, in a way, it's good. Look at that, though. Look at them blue lights. They just lighten it up. I don't know. The guy didn't look like he was speeding to me. And he followed him pretty close before he pulled him over. I don't know what. Maybe he didn't feel like he had stopped the full 4 seconds at the stop sign before he turned right. I don't know. It's because I'm in America on the East Coast in Georgia. So it's dark over here right now. Oh yeah, I'm outside. I went outside to feed my neighbor's dog since he's on vacation. When I was walking back, the police pulled over whoever that is. It's a good thing for the next guy. He ain't got to worry. The cop's busy doing something else. But he didn't put his lights on right when he went around the corner. So you'd think he would have already started to arrest him if he had run the stop sign. But he just followed him a while. Maybe he run his plate and it come up something. Who knows? I know one thing. He ain't after me right now. And it ain't really my business too much. It's a little bit. Like, I'm kind of divided. I'm like, hey, I'm live, so I could kind of be like a journalist. But then at the same time, it's none of my business. But I don't know what's going on. I know my friends on vacation. My other friends don't live around here, and I'm fine. So that's a plus. Or Brittany's shoes to go over there. They're way too tight on my feet. I can't leave them there. That dog will probably show up and chew on the pieces. He got crazy tonight. He was biting Brittany like on the sensitive parts of her arms and jumping and running around. He's like this big. He's a teacup Chihuahua puppy. And he's starting to think that he's real bad. He's thinking he can fight humans. He's starting to get full of a lot of energy. His brother went to go live with my mama, and he got a little bit sad for a couple of days about it, I think. He's come out of all that. And he might love to play with me. He might love to lay on my chest or something. But if Brittany walks out of the room, he's gonna whine, jump down, go follow her. Wherever she goes, that's where he's gonna go. Probably everybody already seen it today, but that squash plant, give me these 2 squash. And when you saw, I don't know when I posted it, but just a day or 2 ago, they were like my pinky, and they grew that fast. And now I'm sure with this rain, the rest of them will start getting ready. Look from this sink out. We got some good police and we got some bad police. But I give you some good advice. If it is 10 p.m., don't go nowhere. Get your grocery shopping done. Get everything done before 10 p.m. Your worst police, like the ones that are the most doing it for sadistic or thrill-like reasons. Now, sometimes they can't help their schedules. But your night shift cops are going to give you a harder time than your day shift cops. And just don't. Just go to work, go home. If you got something to do that's kind of shady, do it in the daytime. If you can't do it in the daytime, don't do it. The worst time to do anything almost is at night. Why is it? I answered that question already. Hello. Let me scroll up and see if I missed any questions. It's a lot of heys and hellos and good mornings and good evenings and all that. I got some kind of notification. I don't know what's going on up there. Nothing really. I just get on these lives without a clear script. I was talking about the merits of a free market a while ago. Sometimes I'll spout bigoted rants. So who knows? I like humans though. I don't believe this whole we're the cancer of the planet. I don't believe that. I think we're a keystone species and a lot of species depends on us and we do a lot of good. Even though we do a lot of bad, we're just so powerful we can do a lot in either direction. We're the crown jewel of Earth. Earth's proudest species, the highest consciousness. Now, maybe we can be ruthless, but at the same time, we can be very compassionate or we can be ruthless. And just because animals have less power doesn't mean they're better than we are, more moral than we are. There's been a lot of propaganda put on humans to get them to self-hate. I think I smoked every single one of my wraps. Today is the start of the 3rd week on the incubator. And so I filled them with water all the way. Hey, Brittany, I'm live. So, I don't have any more wraps, do I? Oh, right now. I'm going to show that dog. We'll show him. Oh, and that's that little rascal right there. That's that little rascal that's just been doing too much. Why you been? See what I'm talking about how small he is?
Yeah, my baby. Yeah, my baby.
He's been doing too much. He's been trying to become some kind of boxer or some kind of fighter. He's being sweet right now. You don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the running, jumping, biting at your face and your arms and the back of your arms and everything else. He's been doing way too much. I had to calm him down a little bit. I see him over there. Look.
He's so sweet.
Yeah, he's pretending to be sweet right now because he knows that there's a camera on him. Oh, look, he already about to start his little biting fits, ain't he?
Start your shit now. Start your shit.
He will start shit. I ain't got no more wraps. You gonna ride to the store?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the store. More wraps. If you stay in the truck.
Yeah, you can go to that store.
Yeah. I'm not being mean. I actually don't even remember what she was wearing. I'm just playing it safe. Get my shoes on. You're outside, I'm outside and inside, and outside and inside like a child. It's been too hot and been too rainy, and I've been kind of bored, but very grateful for the rain. Very, very, very grateful for the rain. The fruit trees have needed it really badly. This is the freezer. It is kind of crazy though to jump in my truck and burn gasoline, to go to McRae just to buy one wrap, just to roll up one, just to smoke one. It's amazing days we live in though. Used to, I would have probably ordered that and waited for it to come on an ox cart or something. It's a good thing that we don't take no breaks at work. Because could you imagine if the person who takes their smoke break also needs time to actually manufacture their cigarette? So like, okay, let me build it. Okay, so y'all remember what just happened, right? I just give the advice not to leave the house after 10. I just give that advice. That guy just got pulled over. I got a broke headlight.
You don't want to go?
I do want to go. I'm still going. But they might I don't know, they might waste some of my time or inconvenience me. They might even write me a ticket and be like, look, we already told you about that headlight. But I fixed it and it broke again. Even though it was my fault.
Look at that, baby.
We got a blue pit bull that's gigantic on this side of the door.
That
And a
baby.
little tiny chihuahua. See the police out there? They done got somebody, so let's go though. While they distracted, dang, they must have something. You see what I'm telling you?
Right.
I told you, like they be wasting people's time. They probably searching for half an hour and then people ain't even got nothing. Or they probably saying that they run the stop sign when they didn't run the stop sign because they didn't stop them for whatever.
Oh, I put your change back, baby.
So y'all see?
You put it back?
Yeah. So y'all see the police still got them people pulled over back there? When I gotta open my seatbelt stuck in the door. You got your seatbelt buckle? So while the police are distracted, because this is a small place, they ain't got very many police. So all their police for the night, they got like 2 of them, period. So the other one's probably watching the red light, making sure the gas station doesn't get robbed. The other one's riding around doing shit, and he's busy right there. So unless he's watching my live,
Look, I don't think he's
not.
watching your live.
I hope the guy not. He's not. They're not gonna know. They don't know. They might get me on the way back and say, I see my headlight, even though the light, it even comes on sometimes, even though it's cracked and everything. But I gotta replace it. So I think there's only 2 cops on the night shift. He's busy with that. The other one's watching the red light. They won't notice my headlight being out, but it's not out, but it goes out, comes back in. I can bump it and it'll come back on. I don't know if the fuse is broke. Well, now, see, I can put my brights on. If I don't put my brights on, that one on that side, I don't know, like I can see good. But he might give me a ticket. So don't live like me is my main advice. You know, I was telling you, don't go out past 10 p.m. But here I am. And I'm saying don't even form any kind of time wasting, money wasting habits in the first place. I tell you though, I don't know. It don't sit right with me to just not have a blunt before bed. So I just, I gotta go to McRae and get one. This is Henson Hill. This is this place I told you about. Where, there's somebody coming up there. Watch it be them dang shark. It's a very dangerous place, Henson Hill. A lot of people wreck here. This is where they see that glow? There's another one coming. I ain't about to pull out yet. But people crash here all the time. That's why they finally put that little caution light up on that side. It ain't even blink. Is it blinking? It's blinking a little bit. Let me see if I can balance this back up here. Y'all ain't gonna be able to really see much of anything.
Is somebody watching?
Yeah, one person's watching. It goes from 0 to 1 to 2. It'll be like 13, 20. If I can keep streaming, a bunch of people will start watching it. But if I ever stop it for any reason, then I lose the audience. If I switch the camera from forward facing to rear facing, sometimes I lose the audience. I think a lot of people, you know how like I would watch that one guy that would make a lot of money begging people and just homeless and shit. You watch him sometimes too.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't watch him for a long time, you know. I watch him 10, 20 seconds and swipe away and go do something else and come back. That's how some people watch my live. But like, if someone's swapping by and they see the puppy, you know, they start watching. Then I walk out the room and the puppy's not there, they stop watching. It just depends on what they're there for. Some people come for the conspiracy theories. Some people come for the humor, even though I'm only accidentally funny. But like, they'll see a video, think it's funny, subscribe, think it's going to be a channel full of funny videos, and then it's like, you know, construction work and stuff.
You could be losing dogs.
I did, but I'm going to wait till the daylight to feed his ducks. I don't think there's no point. I think they're asleep. He's got a lot of duck food out there. He's out of dog food. He don't feed them as much, but there's a lot of dogs there.
Anybody over there?
No, every single dog was on the porch, guarding the porch. They barked at me for a long time, even though they know me before they know he's gone. They know people still shit. They're trying to guard the place. Like a day that I didn't have.
Yeah, I just got bored of Washington video. Yeah, I just got bored of Washington video. This
I'll flip the camera around while I drive.
when they get that big mystery box.
I hope I got enough battery that if I do get pulled over, I can get pulled over live. And if they like smack my head into this shit or do anything crazy,
Well, I ain't got nothing on me, so.
I ain't got nothing on me neither. Cause I'm a good old boy that does good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm lying.
Okay.
I love you.
I love you too.
I'm just saying, don't tell on me for nothing
I didn't say that.
of my past or future.
I didn't say I don't
No, you just do a lot of good. I love you so much. But you know I love you more than you love me. I do.
Oh,
Every single time I loved you more than you
not
love
really.
me. Baby, I done won 7 times in a row.
No.
I won every single time. I'm being normal. We're about to be there. Y'all don't need to know the flip this camera around. Hey, flip the camera around. Flip that camera around. It's not flipping the camera around. It's got a crack across my phone screen right where I touch that button, so it makes it hard to. Oh wait, that is flipping the camera around. Comment section is flipped it all right. They'll be pulling me over for that. The police live right there. Even though that's legal. They probably won't, but they might would. Maybe they would if I don't drive too straight between the lines. Whoa, boy. Walking in the road. I do that all the time too, though. But you don't need to be walking in the road when people driving on their cell phones.
You people be driving with yourself.
But still, you know what I'm saying?
No, I don't. Yes, you care.
But see, he was walking in the wrong lane, you know? You need to walk in the lane where a car won't run up on you from behind. Because you got them coming from 2 ways. So walk in the left lane and step over when you see them coming. That's how I do. And I hate a flashlight at night. Why are you gonna give off your location to everyone? You by the stars. You can see the difference between the road and the sky and the tree lines and everything. Look up. You can see. You just think you can't see. You can
No,
see.
you can't like when it's like those holes in the ground or something, and you step into it and it jars your back.
Use the force. You can just you step lightly before you step all the way. Before you commit to putting your weight on the area, you just do a little step. And then you high step stop, but step over all the briars and stuff. Don't me. I'm almost there. Jack's. A tragic thing happened at Jack's. Some people bought Jack's from the original owners, and now nobody knows how to change out a smoke detector. And so you go in there and it's beep,
Baby, stop.
beep. It is. It's a problem.
It's not that. It's probably you.
First of all, why have a smoke detector if it's just like the batteries are dying? And they make the thing, I guarantee you, it's still got 75% of the battery left when they start telling you the battery's about to die. Because that thing can beep for a long time. No, I ain't getting gas. I'll get gas tomorrow. Yeah, this really is a trip that's pretty much only just to get a wrap.
Oh,
you can get stuff. Oh, yeah, of course you can get a snack.
Yay!
Because, you know, it'd be ridiculous to come all the way to town just to get a wrap, like I did. But, well, then I'll go in there. You stay in here.
Yeah, cause I want. Give me a bag of chips and a snack cake.
What kind of chip?
See if they got them guacamole one.
Alright.
If not, give me like
Did you say chips in the snack cake?
yeah, give me a cheap snack cake.
Alright. So, Brittany says it's not a problem, but it's a big problem. And I had a ladder, and I can afford a 9-volt battery or any kind of battery. And I offered them that I would change the smoke detector battery. I'd even signed the thing saying that if I fell off the ladder or whatever, they're not liable. And they said it didn't bother them. So, that's just how it is now. It's a problem. She won. See what come out. We do a lot of crazy stuff. She said she wanted some guacamole chips. I don't see no guacamole chips. Let's see about snack. I'm moving these because I don't see them anywhere at all. No. Have a good night. Okay, I was coming live from the inside of my pocket because I reached for my billfold and put stuff on the counter and needed my hands and everything else. So we gotta tell Brittany. I didn't find no guacamole chips in there nowhere.
It's okay.
Couldn't find them. I got these white cheddar. Those. I got you a honey bun.
Thank you, baby.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back.
Baby, this your hair was dry as hell.
Oh, you want me to get this
No,
one?
that's not. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Oh. Wait. Look at it. That looks horrible.
Dang.
But that looks really bad. That looks dry as shit.
No, look at it. It's sticky. Taste it. I don't think we just. Baby, I look good at them chips.
That's fine, baby.
Would you spend 2 minutes with me, or will you double it pass it on?
If you give me 4 minutes, I'll do it.
Oh, you wouldn't because it's 2 minutes?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's go spend our 2 minutes then.
Where?
Here?
Right.
And Luminor.
So, no.
Why not?
Right.
No, I did not.
Did you have relations with Mark sitting right next
Oh my god. Mark was my son. Yeah, I mean, it's ludicrous. I took care of him since he was a child.
to Mark? What do you have to say?
I was 11. It was the exact morning of September 11th.
Relations with him?
No, I did not.
Did you
Dang.
have relations?
So she got with the kid she was babysitting on 9/11.
The other son.
She said he was like a son. She was saying, is he's, I
Oh
got
no,
no.
it was just like one of those shorts where you could watch all of it.
I hate how they do them shorts where they just don't have an ending and they don't do a part two. But, you know, my shorts don't even have a storyline or another part to them. And sometimes the parts aren't even in the right order. Because I don't remember the order because I was just digging and finding.
No wonder he
Or one of them upload. I think that one of them will upload in a different order than it does, and then they get out of order. Even in McRae, even in the city, you got to watch out for deer. All right. That honey bun would be good with some half and half.
Thank you.
It might look off because I dropped it. And I dropped my keys. Hey, when I walked in there, that fire alarm, it was beeping. Yeah. And I told the viewers about how I offered to fix it. And they said it didn't bother them.
Yeah.
And also, the Indian in there wasn't taking accountability. He broke something. And the woman said, you broke it. And he said that he didn't break it, that she broke it. But she was standing right there getting my, order and everything. And he was over there and bumped into it and broke it. But I didn't catch it on video because I had put my phone in my pocket. But they might be able to hear him talking in the phone. I gotta side with the woman. She was right this time. Dang. Build the phone, go into the phone. See them lights to the airport? That's just too blurry. I'd rather watch the movie. Yeah, let's see these.
thing on the way back. Maybe I should ride home as much as possible. Make it look like I ain't got a lot out. So there's blind people either. Is he stopped?
Who's right?
It is. It's supposed to be a rainy week. You see somebody stole the Wheeler County sign?
It was laying on the ground before.
Oh, it was laying on the ground?
When I used to walk and back.
I want that fixed because I get a sense of well-being every time I ride by and read, well, in Wheeler County. Because then I know if I got to go to court for any speeding ticket or anything, I ain't got to go that far. They charged me too much money for it when I was 18. It broke me of it. But just in case, I just feel more comfortable being in my county. I wonder if when we get home, if that cop still got them pulled over.
Probably not.
He might be looking at every single gram of chicken feed.
He always was speeding because
I was walking through there, they wasn't speeding. I was walking across there, coming back from Lee's when he pulled him over. And he didn't pull him over or put his blue lights on when he went around the corner, like as if it was for not stopping. He followed him a little ways up the road and then turned his lights on. Like maybe when he read his license plate, he'd come back with something. I got part of it on my live when I post this. There's that little caution light they got to let you know that there's some hills up ahead. They just wait. People said they need to have it for like 30 years and it's let people keep wrecking before they finally put one there. Probably the insurance companies put pressure on the government. Like, dang, we just had a bipolar truck. That guy, he don't make no sense why he did what he did. Like, if he wasn't paying attention and he looked up and he realizes that I'm turning and he ain't been paying attention, why try to pass me on my left side? It is?
Yeah.
All right, well, he might pull us over for the headlight and search us. But we ain't got nothing. He ain't even got his headlights on, baby. He's basically trying to hide. He's pulling behind me.
You got a headlight?
What?
You got a headlight? Okay, is he coming?
I don't know if he's turning around or not. I don't see. I think he's turning around because, yeah, he turned around.
Son of a bitch.
Yep.
Oh, we fucking get pulled over. Turn your fucking live off. Fucking turn it.
I'm
Sorry.
not turning it off.
God damn it.
Because
This is fucking stupid.
yeah, I don't feel
Oh, that's
like,
great when we fucking in the rain.
That's why I say that.
We should go back. You gotta think the fucking goddamn seat. Remember?
That little piece.
Yes.
Yep.
Goddamn, we're going to jail.
No, we're not. I think I went back and got it out. Was it in the left side?
Oh, fucking. Who want to get your fucking thing fixed?
What thing? The light?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not mad at you. I'm mad because I
just hoping that I'll go over that line or something. I think it's borderline harassment.
I didn't mean to cuss and yell. And
It's
stuff.
okay, babe.
I just freaked out because it ain't that I'm scared. It's that I don't feel like he's doing the bullshit.
Well, shit, after I've fucking been unjustly fucking cuffed and had the back of my head slammed against the car and had the body cameras turned off and every fucking thing else, it makes sense. It makes sense. But see, he just was hoping I'd go over that line or something. Now he's turning around to go back. Son of a bitch. Alright.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I just don't. It's not that I'm scared. So I don't like dealing with this one bitch.
I don't either. Cause they just ain't got nothing better to do.
Yeah.
I gotta. Let's see. That's what I'm talking about. It's borderline harassment because
Look,
I'm saying it's borderline harassment because he didn't find nothing. Poured the chicken feet out, everything else, and searching over a headlight. He didn't say because it smelled like nothing until after the fact, and he didn't find nothing. And then they just want to follow every time and just
hey baby, hey baby.
hoping, hoping.
My baby yet?
You locked the door?
Yeah.
Alright. Because they just.
Where's it at?
Where's what at?
I'm on my skin. You want some chicken, baby?
Mm-mm. Well, that was exciting. A little bit. Not much happened, but a little. When I post the whole video of the whole live. But they didn't. They got that other dude. I tell you, you get the back of your head hit hard enough, you'll have a headache a few days.
What?
I'm talking about when they hit the back of my head. I should sue them. All right. I love you, baby. Is the honey bun any good, baby? About the police or me? Yeah. It's like that. They're hunting the hardest after 10 p.m.
I want to come back in here to eat something a little bit.
All right. We got that sandwich meat, too.
Baby,
We got a sandwich meat. I still got some chicken tenders and ranch, sweet potatoes. We still got the hamburger.
We got potato. We got sandwich meat.
Oh, yeah, we got all that, too.
She gave us. And I got half a hamburger, and you got like a chicken strip. And I got some more chicken feet nachos. And then there's that honey bun, potato chips, and cheese. So we're good. We're good for my shit.
All right.
I might come up here and make me a sandwich in a little bit.
All right.
Make more good.
I'm the sole survivor.
Baby, I'm done.
Boom, 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 boom. I might just end this. I don't know. There's still room for something else to happen. They got my boy spurred. He was just being a little too unfiltered. I thought for sure something was. I was like, man, how do you say those things and have a channel and not get banned? Well, when I post this live stream, there's a little bit of excitement here. And not much, but a little bit. I've been taking it easy today. I don't have to work. It's the weekend. Yeah, I'm back again today. Hello. When I post this whole live stream, the police was following me. They pulled someone over up the road. They didn't blue light me or nothing. I thought that they were trying to. They was hoping I'd go over that yellow line. They was hoping.
Or then
He turned around because he saw it was me.
Well, they might have just ran your tag and
Yeah. But if you
and
drive
seen that it was you and they know your mom is and stuff.
if you're driving in the daytime, whatever. But if you're driving after 10 p.m. in Wheeler County, they're trying to arrest every single person on the road. They are just hoping to give you a ticket. Maybe not. I have been detained a lot. I've been put in handcuffs. Them turn off their body camera. Them not guide me in the back of the police car. Smash the back of my head on the police car. Them go through all the chicken feed and everything in my truck and not find a single thing. And then do it again to me over a headlight being out. Be like, we're going to search the vehicle. Well, they asked me permission. And then they spend hours doing it. And my food is cold and I'm getting ill. And then they start talking about, I need to show them more respect. They're not respecting me. I got a headlight out. It's ridiculous that you're spending this much time searching, taking up my time and shit. The food's cold. So now I'm just like, don't even go out past 10. But I just did. And they following me again. But they didn't pull me over. They got somebody, I don't know what they got him for, because he did stop at the stop sign. He stopped and then he turned right and they didn't blue light him then. He drove up the road and they followed him a little bit and then they blue light him. So maybe they run his tag and he's got warrants or something. I don't know. But it's just like before, it didn't bother me and I didn't care. I did. But now it's like I'm kind of fatigued about them cops. I got a little bit of like local cop fatigue. I'm just like, I'm tired. Like I go to work, I come home, I don't bother nobody. But I mean, there's to a point, I'll obey the government, and then at a point, I won't go that far. I'm just like, look, I'm a man, you're a man, you're not God, you didn't make the plants and the animals. I'm not going to just obey every single thing. Like, I'm just not. So, like, when they're like, we're going to outlaw collecting rainwater, I'm like, who the hell are you? You can't tell me I can't collect rainwater to water plants and animals. And if everybody obeys, then everybody becomes a slave. Now, I'm not advocating lawlessness or just everybody doing whatever and hurting everybody and whatever. But there are people that the institution of government itself, it just tends to make itself more and more and more powerful until eventually it's even at the expense of the health of the nation and people. And you can't give them everything. You do have to push back some. Have there been any crazy arrests? Yeah, there was it's been a while back. There was a 16-year-old boy that was asked what his name was, and he kept running, and they grabbed him. Now, he did have weed on him, but I mean, they grabbed him by his dreads and smashed his head into the road. He had to be in the hospital, and there was 4 or 5 cops for this little kid. And then his reputation was slandered. My brother went to school with him. He was a good kid, but they kind of slandered him and tried to make him out to be some kind of troublemaker to try to justify the brutality done on him that was wholly unjustified. Just an ego thing. Just, I told you to do something. You didn't obey me. Oh, that really gets me. I got to beat you up and bloody your head and bash your head. We've got some good cops like Jamie. I think the sheriff's a pretty good dude, Giles, for the most part. But we do also... We've had plenty of terrible ones. Patel was horrible. Patel was trying to hook up with underage girls. So I reported him. He was also messaging my cousin. And so he went off somewhere else. But the ones in McRae are really bad. Some of them take cuts of prostitution. When they recover stolen stuff, they just sell it and make money. Some of them bury whole stolen cars and wait years later to sell it. Have you been through? But see, one time, my cousin had committed a crime, and they wanted me to tell on him, and I didn't tell on him because, I'm not, now, after everything that's happened, shit, I probably should have. But at the time, I was just like, I knew Clifton was guilty, but I didn't feel like I had to incriminate him. Like, it wasn't my job
I wasn't getting paid the tax money to be the police to stop him, but maybe he should have been stopped. But at the time, they were just like, I wouldn't talk. And so they put me in handcuffs and they took me there, but then they let me go. But I've never been in jail. I have had handcuffs put on me 3 different times. That third time I hadn't committed a crime. I was asked, I complied with everything. It was a stop because I went over the yellow line a little bit. But the reason I went over the yellow line was I know Deer Cross all the time there. Nobody was oncoming. There was a car behind me. I didn't know it was the cops. I know where the pothole is. I know where the deer cross. And I wanted to be a little more off the edge where the deer cross. And I can see every side. But I didn't know cops was behind me. So I went over the yellow line a little bit. They pulled me over. And then they go searching like they're going to find something because I had smoked with a buddy after work. And the smell was in my jacket. So they thought for sure they was going to find nothing, but nothing was there. So, I mean, it's not like they're completely unwarranted that time. But after that, they didn't find nothing. They was really mad that they didn't find nothing. They keep trying to find something, and ain't nothing there to find. So they just going to keep wasting hours and hours of my time and their time until they eventually maybe plant something on me or who knows what. But I don't know. Maybe I should have sued them last time, you know. The body camera was off. That's not going to look good in court. They basically assaulted me. Never charged me with a crime, you know. I mean, it was nice enough not to give me a ticket for not maintaining a lane after. They twisted my arm up, like real high up. They twisted it up to where it was pulling at and hurting my shoulder the whole time. And then they bashed my head into the truck, and then the way I was sitting, everything was falling out of my pockets. I couldn't do nothing about it. I'm cross-cuffed. They're searching forever. Shit. And guess what? I pay them. It comes out of my check to pay them to do it. So. But I'm not one of them people that are just like hate the police and think they're all bad. That's not true. But there are some of them, but some people idolize them. Some of them are evil people. They're just chasing a thrill. Some of them are legitimate sadists that laugh at people when they lose custody of their kids. Some of them are just like really evil people that beat their wife and service dog. They give them a service dog for post-traumatic. I'm talking about Dustin Oliver. Beats women, beats his service dog to death. Emotional, and then he goes and becomes a preacher. There's some bad ones out there for sure. And there's some good ones out there too. But me, I'm the kind of guy, like somebody run for office and something. Like when Dustin run, I got that video up there talking about how, you know, if you live in a glass house, you shouldn't throw stones, you know. And I'm not a perfect man, and but I call stuff out. And if I think it's true, I'll say it. I think someone's like really in the wrong, I'll call it out. And sometimes I make myself a target because I don't keep my mouth shut. But I'm also not about stealing at all. I'm not about that shit. I'm not about, like, if somebody rapes somebody, kills somebody, is stealing something, I don't think it's wrong for them to be busted and tell on them. I mean, dang, they hurting everybody. Like, if people are, there's some things that if people are doing, I don't think the government has the authority to tell them one way or another. The government should mind their business. And so there's some things I'm just not going to tell on people for. I'm not going to do certain things myself personally, but I'm not going to tell on people for doing certain things because I figure they're an American and they got the freedom to make the decision for themselves. I'm not going to tell on them. But if they're hurting somebody else, that's different. Because I'm not allied with murderers and rapists and thieves. You know, that's not good for the economy. That's not good for... I like human flourishing, eudaimonia, what's good for people. I want people to flourish. I want people to do well. I want a healthy society. I want to live, you know, I'm not going to rob from my neighbors. I don't want my neighbors robbing from me. But some things, like, you know, the whole Epstein thing goes on and nobody's punished. But
they're going to get the people that maybe were driving a little too fast or smoked some weed or, but they're not going to recover anybody's stolen property. They're not going to stop anything from happening. They'll file a report after the murders happened, after the rapes happened. They're really not going to punish rape that much. They're really not going to punish child molestation that much. But, they're stealing from you, but you better not. It's like you can go 20 years for tax evasion and be out and just not even. There's people that get out in less than 5 years for rape. It's insane. There's no justice, really. Justice is perverted a lot. I mean, at least it's not total anarchy, but sometimes I wonder if total anarchy would be a more just. It ain't really that bad. I'm complaining for no reason, really. It's not really that bad. It is kind of that bad. It just depends. There's just the rules don't apply to everybody. They only apply to the people that don't make the rules. And that makes me less inclined to follow all of them. I mean, damn, look at what Hillary Clinton can do. So I just don't feel guilty for not following every single sometimes I'm gonna walk across the road from my mama's restaurant to the gas station. I'm not gonna go all the way up to the cross over there. And it'd be kind of crazy in that small town to expect me to. Nobody's coming through there. But I'm not gonna drive 100 miles an hour past somebody's house and risk hitting their kid, and I'm not gonna drive drunk. But I don't know. I said enough about that, I reckon. Jaywalking has actually just been decriminalized. I didn't know that. Yeah, miss the days we had the right to travel without a license for it. My granddaddy said that all in this area, every back road, every dirt road, every road you used to walk used to be lined with fruit trees because people used to walk and travel a lot more. And you can pretty much just get by off the generosity of others and hitchhiking to go anywhere to anywhere in the whole country. And they would go on dates where they would just walk for hours with one another. They would just walk off and walk back, and there was just fruit trees everywhere. And now everybody planted fruit trees on the edges of their property at the time, and now no one does, and they're not there no more. Oh, I need a lighter. I don't need it. A dog come up. I don't let dogs lick me in the face. I love dogs, but I ain't trying to get whatever they got. And I've heard there's more germs in a human's mouth than a dog's, but maybe it's a different kind in the dog's mouth. I don't want them. Says dog, I'm trying to smoke. The dog's trying to lick me in the mouth or something. I'll blow that smoke in his face, get him to stop trying to lick my face, and he's been biting and all hyper and all crazy, and it calmed his ass down. He went and laid down, which I ain't trying to get defects called on me and get the puppy taken away, but maybe I don't need to post this one. I don't know. How long have you lived in Georgia? Your whole life? Well, mostly. My dad was in the Air Force, and I think I lived about 3 years in San Antonio, Texas, from fourth grade, fifth grade, sixth grade, part of third grade, somewhere in there. Maybe 2 years, maybe not quite 3 years. And then I lived in another place in Georgia. I lived in Warner Robins, Georgia, when my dad was in the Air Force Base. Lived in San Antonio. He left the Air Force, went in the private sector, working on computers. We lived in Dawson County, Georgia. Then I moved back to Wheeler County. I've lived in Wheeler County the longest, in my childhood and adult life. Wheeler County, Georgia is where I've lived the most. I've spent a summer in South Carolina. I've been to Texas some, and Tennessee, but really, mostly I've lived in Georgia, whether that be Dawsonville, Warner Robins, or Wheeler County, Georgia, and I've lived in San Antonio, Texas, but mostly I've been in Wheeler County, Georgia, either Glenwood or Alamo or around there. But back to that story with the cop, why it got all crazy is he asked me if I had any weapons in the truck. And I said, yeah, I have a deer rifle. And that was it. He acted crazy after that. He was like, there's two of you and there's only one of me. And it's like, yeah, there's Brittany who's had 2 back surgeries that can't lift more than 10 pounds. And there's me that's complying with everything you say. So he just really overreacted. He got scared because I had a gun. Me having a gun doesn't mean that I'm a threat to him or that he's got a gun right on his hip, a pistol that he could pull and shoot me just because he's a coward. You know, my gun is behind the seat. You know, I have to lift up the seats and get a rifle and point. And I'm not going for my gun. Shit, you know, I'm not retarded. Because you can't alpha the state. Even if you can one-on-one totally like whip that cop's ass, you can always call more and more and more. And they can call the National Guard. And they can call the Third Army. And they can call, you know, so there's no, you just comply. You know what I'm saying? You just go to court. You don't try to fight the law enforcement. So I wasn't trying. I was just, yes, sir, yes, officer, doing whatever. But he was just like highly paranoid. He might have been methed up. Two of them cops' eyes would be really big, but it could just be like arousal from their, who knows, you know. But I'm telling you, sometimes their pupils be big as fuck. And they either like aroused by a power trip or they're on meth. And sometimes they get paranoid. Or sometimes they're just paranoid anyway because it's the whole us versus them. It's just different, you know. Like there's cops like Jamie and Carlos Mancini. They're just sensible. They're just normal people, you know. You can have a normal conversation. Then you got them ones with the creepy fucking stare that just, you know, something's wrong with them in their head. Well, a lot of people don't want the job. You know, a lot of decent people don't want the job. There are decent people who want the job, but most of the people who want the job are not decent people. There are people that, you know, they couldn't merit authority. They couldn't merit leadership. They couldn't merit respect off of merit. But they can go get a badge put on them and try to get it that way. And then some of them are really good men. They really are. It's just, but if you're not, there's different kinds of people by their nature too. Some people are servile by nature. By nature, they're submissive. By nature, they're agreeable. So if you're not that kind of person, you're naturally just going to not like the police. If you're a really independent person, you're not like looking to call the police if someone breaks in your house. You're going to deal with it yourself. You're not looking to call the police if somebody, you know, you're looking to just have noble duels over things and just settle things like men and whatever. If you're a certain kind of man, you're not going to really want to be policed. And if you're a certain kind of man, you're not even going to want to police others. So it's just, they can only pick the people that want to go sign up for the job. And there's the people that want to do it for noble reasons. You know, well, like Carlos Mancini, he probably wants to do it because his dad was involved with the cartel and went to prison and so he's got some sort of vendetta against drugs or something. I don't know, or something like that maybe. But the redheaded balding dude, I don't know what is in it for him. You know, the sheriff Mancini, he was in it being sheriff to steal pine straw bales and hide meth in them. You know, we had a sheriff that was selling meth and stealing pine straw to hide the meth in. He could have bought the pine straw, greedy bastard, for like, you know, he's in Wheeler County, Georgia. He can get it for like $2 a bale, max $3. He's not gonna have to pay $3 a bale. You know, he could have paid like $2.70, $2.50, and then he could have hid his meth in there. But no, he's got to go steal the pine straw and get caught on a trail camera or something. You know how embarrassing that's? You know, it just makes the county look really bad. You know, in a newspaper, your sheriff's like caught stealing pine straw to hide his meth in. And that's the motherfucker gonna come arrest me if I smoke weed, you know? Let me think. It's the one that starts. He's got a name. He's a white guy, but he's got a name that don't sound white. It's Look, let me text. I'm seeing if I can text without going out of live. And did y'all see that when I swiped that across the screen, or does it keep looking the same? Anyway, Marcy something. What's his name? I know if I ask Maurice Johnson. Maurice, he's not Mexican or nothing. He's white, but his name's like Maurice Johnson. I think. Maurice. Is it Maurice Johnson or Maurice something else? I think it's Maurice Johnson. You can look it up. I ain't making this shit up. Maurice Johnson, I think. Looks the same. What sheriff was that? I think his name is Maurice Johnson. He was the one that got. What do you mean? Yeah, looks the same. Did you look up Maurice Johnson? Or are you asking about something else? You just looked it up. He interrogated me one time because he wanted me to snitch on Clifton, and his eyes was big as fuck too. And then later on, he would get. But Anthony knew him and said he had partied with him in cabins and stuff. And he was saying that he was on drugs. And my mama didn't believe it. Nobody but people were like, nah. And I didn't believe it either. I thought he was just talking shit because he didn't like it from high school. But he was like, I'm telling you. And he was right. Anthony killed Belinda. But Belinda really killed herself, She was attacking him. But he shot her. But the thing, they so lied on the news about Belinda. They interviewed people in the grocery store that didn't know her. They had seen her in passing at the grocery store. And so on the news, they had interviewed people that did not know Belinda. And they're like, she was a nice woman. And yeah, I could tell she was a good person and all that. But everybody that knew her was like, oh, she stole and wrote checks on my grandma. And she stole and hacked all the money and stole out this bank account. And oh, she just, she was causing problems for a lot of people. But she come up there, she slashed Johnny's face up with a knife, pushed all the air conditioners out of the wall saying they were monsters. She got a bunch of men together. I was in the group to go, because it would take a lot of men to beat up Johnny. This is a big man. To go fight this man for hitting a woman. Turns out she done sliced his face up with a knife. Then we saw him and heard his side of the story. And then it was a whole nother matter. It was like, okay, shit, if somebody was slicing my face up with a knife, I might end up having to hit them too, But so she was told not to come back around, and he was off, he was a truck driver, he was on the road, and she come up there acting all crazy and everything. And when he was in the Navy, a jet aircraft backfired, and the force of that blew him up into the air, and he fell down in his chest, bust on the deck of the aircraft carrier. He had to have open heart surgery and all kind of chest surgeries. And he had to be on a lot of blood thinners, and his blood was like super, super thin. So he couldn't shave, or he couldn't risk a small little cut, and he'll bleed out and die. And this, woman taking every drug known to man, all crazed up, acting all crazy about to attack him. And she's arguing and raising hell. So he goes in the house and gets his pistol just in case. So they said it was premeditated. But then she gets all crazy and goes to attack him, and he shoots her. And there's people that hate him, talking about him murdering the woman and everything. But I knew them. I knew all of them. They were my neighbors. And the bad thing is, the world's a better place with her gone, really, because she was just doing too much. I mean, my grandma, she stole a lot from her. And my grandma just would not send her to jail. She keeps saying that she'd give her life to Jesus and quit crack and was going to go to rehab. And Granny keeps saying she forgave her and never called the police and never do nothing. And she just kept watching my granny cry because I write $1,000 check, $300 check on her, steal her purse all the time, steal from everybody. She go put like medical masks and stuff left over from my granddaddy on the baby and take pictures and pretend like he had cancer and go across to my great uncle, like my granddaddy's brother's family across the road, and say that she needed money to pay doctor bills for the kids and stuff, and then go take the money and buy crack and shit. And she wouldn't be reasonable with the crack. Like, she wouldn't go buy like a cookie or something. She wouldn't just go buy crack to smoke on a while. She would you would hear, she would pull off, she'd go to Glenwood, come back, smoke a little bit of crack. You hear the car door open and close and everything. Then she would go back. She'd go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Like, go back and forth, buy $10, come back. wait a little bit, go buy $10, come back, buy, and do that like 10, 20, 30 times. Like, why not just go ahead? And I'm not endorsing or saying to smoke crack, but I'm saying, why not just go ahead, get your money's worth, go pay what money you're going to spend all at one time, and then just ration it out. But it's just like, she just couldn't handle her crack. You know, she wasn't the kind of person. And she was morbidly obese, so people didn't even know that she was a crackhead because she was addicted to food and crack, which is an interesting combination because, like, I don't even have to be on no kind of crack. If I get too hot, I don't want to eat. If the temperature's too hot, I don't feel like eating. And a lot of people don't really just eat a bunch of food while they're high on crack. But she did. She was crazy. And she was like a friend and an enemy that turned into a complete enemy. I have a few of those. They're not really friends. They're snakes. But for whatever reason, whatever charm they have, whatever jokes they tell, you kind of, I don't know, you kind of want to like some of these bad guys. For instance, Clifton is an absolute terrible person. Very terrible person. But a very funny person. A very charismatic person. And a very gifted entertainer. And if you're not careful, you could get pulled in and go to jail. And you should stay away from him. This guy's got the speech craft like at 100 for real. Like I was riding with him in a stolen car, but I didn't know the car was stolen until Linda Kay called. My cousin calls him, and she calls me. She said, "Why'd you let Clifton steal my car?" I didn't know it was your car. But I was kind of dumb. I should have put it together. Like, Clifton don't have a job. How would Clifton have a car? But I didn't know none of that. But he was bringing it back. But we went to Ludowici and back on some kind of like road trip. But anyway, he pulls up to the traffic light. It's on red, and there's a guy on the left side talking on his phone. And Clifton asks this man who's in a conversation if he could use his phone. The man tells him he's in a conversation, and Clifton keeps insisting like it's some type of emergency, and actually gets this guy to let him use his phone. And when the light turns green, he goes to steal this guy's phone. But I stop him. I'm like, you can't steal this man's phone. Give this man his phone back. Like, he was nice. He let you use his phone, and you're just going to steal his phone? That's fucked up. So because of him not wanting to like have an issue with me, he just gives the guy his phone. But it was clear that his intention was to actually trick this guy and use this guy's kindness against him to steal his phone and talk him into it. And you say, like me, I would be like, I ain't going to let somebody that I don't even know, a stranger, like, I'm not going to get off the phone with who I am to help this guy. But you might. People get around him and they do a lot. They get talked into a lot of things. A lot of people say he's dangerous like that. A lot of people, because he'll make people feel special and like he's like your real good friend and stuff. But he just always, everything is a pretext to steal all of your shit. And everybody else's. And women will fall in love with him in like 2 weeks, be wanting to marry him. And he'll like steal their tax money, steal all their shit, and leave and go to Kentucky. Actually, my phone, not too long ago, it asked me, hey, did you log in from Lexington, Kentucky? I'm like, hell no, I didn't. And that's got to be Clifton. And I thought back, one time Clifton asked me, what would be a good password? And there was a password that I'd used in the past, but I didn't use no more. And I told him, but then I had forgot my password on Facebook, and I used the old password. So that motherfucker got in onto my Facebook. You got to stay safe out there. Yeah, that's the safe place to be, is at work and at home. Just go to work and come home. Don't want to hang out? No. Not unless, just like really how I went to the store, went to the gas station after 10 o'clock. Shouldn't have done that. Not around here. It's 10:19. Maybe I left before 10 just to get a wrap. That's absolutely irresponsible. I got to quit it though, for real. I don't have the lung capacity that I used to. I've gotten too much with it. Like, my lungs had kind of like, that concrete was really rough on them. And I got to where I couldn't do nothing. But I pushed myself. I got back where I could do 100 push-ups in a day. And I was like, I'm good. I can smoke again. And now my lungs are starting to hurt and whatever. But I keep on smoking, but I got to quit it. I started when I was, I think, 21. 21. And I quit. I don't know if I think it's 24. I quit for like a year and then went back. I fluctuate. from smoking copious amounts to almost none ever. But I just don't quite ever give it up. I give up drinking. I give up crack. I give up LSD. I give up mushrooms. I give up salvia when I first tried that shit. That shit hijacked my body. I don't want shit like that. Felt like I was off balance, currents of electricity and shit moving through me. My arms and legs moving where I didn't want to move. One other dude run into the refrigerator. I said, hell no, this shit's like weakening me to where something can hijack my body or some shit. I don't want nothing that hallucinates me to where it makes me move my body and something. I'm fine with seeing anything. I get bored with the same world all day. I'll go to another psychedelic planet and see crazy shit and monsters and all that shit. I'll see all that. But it starts controlling my body and I don't have control of my body? Hell no. Nope. I ain't on that type of level for that kind of shit. But LSD, I saw some stuff on LSD because I learned how to relax to it and let it happen. Most people, they fear to lose their grasp to perceive the real world. It's like a safety thing. So to really just let it all unfold and let it all come apart and rearrange itself is scary. But you're really seeing your own soul. Your soul being projected into the physical world. At first, I began to wonder, were these angels or were these demons, were these entities, were these aliens, were these... And you eventually you see it, it's yourself. It's your imagination. It's your mind. It's you're becoming conscious of what you're normally unconscious of. But it's all out of you. There's no other source material for it to come from. And so, but I realized that when I was seeing this thing that looked like a monster, it had a lot of different heads. And each head had shoulders and arms, and the heads were different colors with different facial expressions. But I eventually noticed that based on my emotions, it changed how the faces and the emotions were. That's where I started seeing this correlation between it really be like looking into a mirror, but this thing, it was always devouring itself and regenerating. It would grab pieces of the heads off that were beside it, and it would eat them, and it would grow new heads with new arms. And it was always consuming itself and always growing. And I've seen it 3 times. I've seen it in the moon. I've seen it in the wall. I forget. I know I've seen it. I've seen it over there, like on the wood in front of the tables. First time I ever took enough LSD. Talking about real shit, not rat poison and bullshit or somebody put some meth on some paper. I'm talking about real LSD and real good. I just dropped that in the couch. It ain't lit. I ain't worried about it for now. But real LSD. And I saw, the first time I ever saw something really like, besides just like kind of like when you take shrooms or something, you see more vibrant colors. You might have like some heightened perception and some, I don't know, more. Like I tell you what, some cube steak's really good on some shroom with psychedelics. You feel real primal. You feel real like an animal. It just is delicious to just eat a real good steak or some. You're just hungry. You've been tripping like 6, 12 hours. Don't realize you ain't ate nothing, and then you go to eat it. But anyway, if you take enough LSD, if you take enough shrooms to hallucinate at the level of LSD, you're going to have a lot of nausea in your stomach. Or some people, they like the shrooms better. But for me, I was able to take much higher doses of LSD without having my stomach feel bad. So that was my preferred way to trip. And I had learned to relax to it and let it happen. But I had some weed dust, like little ground up weed dust on a white plate with like a blue ribbon and hearts on the outside of the plate. And all the dust started to move around and arrange itself like a cartoon. The first time I ever saw something. And it looked like a lion and it looked like a woman. It looked like both. And it was walking like it was walking toward me in animation. And it was just really like, I was just like, whoa. You can see this? Because a lot of it I thought people was, and a lot of people are lying and a lot of people are telling a lot of bullshit. But you really can, it's a skill. You have to learn to relax to it. And it's also
about thinking with a part of your brain. I would notice if someone asked me like a math problem or something like that, and I start thinking mathematically, I would lose that sight. Or if somebody's distracted reading and stuff. So I think that people really waste the potential of the introspectiveness of this, the introspective ability of these substances when they like hang out and watch TV together. I think that's a horrible thing. And I know people that do it like recreationally. They'll take shrooms or they'll take LSD. These things make you more open to suggestion and more influenced by your environment. So then why would you subject yourself to propaganda in the form of entertainment while on these substances? I think that's a horrible thing. They do this for entertainment. They go watch some Hollywood trash while tripping. I think that's just a waste of a trip. I think it's better to take it to examine your own mind. And I don't think it's for everybody. Or I guess it is. I'm in no position to tell people they can or can't use it. But I think it's a total waste to try to use it as a party drug. I think it's more for psychoanalysis of your own self. It's a type of mirror. I'm talking about psychedelics being like a mirror to look at your own mind. It's how I see them, not really like something to party with, and you know. I think I'm about to get off the live stream. Cause what time is it? It's 10:26.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get off. I love you, baby.
Was
Was that honey bun any good?
All right.
It was all right, y'all. They didn't have the guacamole chips. She said a cheap snack cake, but I didn't know which one to get.
Oh, I like the frosted better, but it's okay. So easy.
There's that little dog. His name is Little Bit.
Have a little bit.
He doing too much.
He's happy.
Oh yeah, he's happy right now. He's being good today, except when he was attacking your arm earlier.
Yeah. Him was sleeping in
Look
bed.
how y'all. Goodbye. You have a good night or good day, whatever. I don't know what country you're in. See how far wide apart his eyes are.
No, man, he's my bone.
They far apart like he's a prey animal and not a predator.
Baby, stop.
He
it.
tries to get a piece of chip or meat off the floor and he misjudges the distance. They bred him for cuteness, not like ability. He ain't got no depth perception hardly. What is he eating? What'd you give him?
Chicken.
Oh, okay. I thought when it was zoomed out,
I need to start giving him table food.
I gave him a piece of fried chicken a while ago. That's why, look, he ain't never eating his dog food. Never eating his dog food.
Like, if I don't give him no table food, he will eat that. Like,
He's just little. You give him a little tiny bit of something, he's really full for the day.
Yeah.
And we both feeding him. Yeah, he is. He is cute. I just talk shit to get Brittany the feeling. Somebody in the comment section said that he's a cute dog. HYIEJXHFJS said that. And I don't know how to pronounce that. Well, good night, y'all. Oof. Yeah.